Hello.
Whoa.
Welcome to the Book Coven.
Books.
Yay! Insert music. That's Lillian.
That's Chelsea.
And we are the book club podcast with chock full of spoilers.
Oh, yeah.
So, get your body ready. Today, or this month, is Space Month, right?
Space.
Space. Which is fun and exciting.
Yeah.
Because we like aliens and stuff.
And this planet is dying.
This planet is dying. So let's move on out to Cassandra 5.
Kill another planet. Yay.
Yay! I don't want to move to Cassandra 5.
No. It's just a rock.
It's just a rock. So we read The Luminous Dead by Caitlin Starling.
It was very illuminating.
It was illuminating and quite the read.
Oh, yeah.
So, Jesus.
Oh, God, that's scary.
It's a tunneler.
Oh, God.
Yes, thank you, Windows, for your system update.
He's doing his job.
Mr. Gates.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so The Luminous Dead, Caitlin Starling. Let's go for the hot synopsis. A thrilling, atmospheric debut with the intensive drive of the Martian and gravity and the creeping dread of annihilation in which a caver on a foreign planet finds herself on a terrifying psychological and emotional journey for survival. When Gear Price, is it Gear or is it Gear?
I pronounced it gear.
Gear? Okay. When Gear Price lied her way into the expedition, she thought she'd be mapping mineral deposits and that her biggest problems would be cave collapses and gear malfunctions. She also thought that the fat paycheck, enough to get her off planet and on the trail of her mother, meant she'd get a skilled surface team monitoring her suit and environment, keeping her safe, keeping her sane. Instead, she got M. M sees nothing wrong with controlling Gear's body with drugs or withholding critical information to ensure the smooth operation of her expedition. M knows all about Gear's falsified credentials and has no qualms using them as a leash and a lash. And M has secrets too. As Gear descends, little inconsistencies, missing supplies, unexpected changes in the route, and worst of all, shifts in M's motivations, drive her out of her depths. Lost and disoriented, Gear finds her sense of control giving way to paranoia and anger. On her own in this mysterious, deadly place, surrounded by darkness and the unknown, Gear must overcome more than just the dangerous terrain and the tunneler, which she calls underground its home. If she wants to make it out alive, she must confront the ghosts of her own head. But how come she can't shake the feeling she's being followed?
Oh.
That was so detailed.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember reading all that before. Anyway, so we have pairings. They're silly.
Yeah. Oh,
because
so fun.
so in this book, she doesn't eat.
Yep.
She's got this system hooked up so she doesn't need to eat and she doesn't need to expel her waste.
Yeah.
And she just inserts.
She can't take the suit off.
Exactly. She's stuck in the suit. So she just inserts food canisters that slosh through her and straight directly into her intestinal tract.
Yep.
So we've got food canisters here.
Yeah.
One of which has our gin and tonics, which I'm just going to give a nice little whoo, because I didn't mix it.
Oh, okay.
And we've got a nutritional avocado pudding. Let's give this gin and tonic a try.
Excuse us while we
Cheers.
suck this back. Cheers.
Tastes like a gin and tonic. Mm-hmm. Wow, that's a lot of gin. Oops. Man, it's been a while since I had one of those.
I'm not mad about it. I love gin.
Oh, man. These are hilarious.
How are you going to do that?
Right. Good luck on the eating of the pudding. I feel like it's going to be messy.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
I feel like a baby. Because when I was looking up these packets to buy, most of them were labeled for children because you're supposed to put baby food in it. These were the only plain ones.
Is it on me?
Nope.
Okay.
Tastes good.
Yeah, I feel
Awkward. Okay.
nutritional.
Excellent. It's high in fat.
I'm ready.
Good
Let's
avocado
go caving.
fat.
Let's go spelunking.
Spelunk. I liked this book like
It was
a lot.
really good. Yeah.
I actually wasn't expecting to because I thought like, man, there's only 2 characters. Let's see how it goes. Fucking loved it. Loved it.
What a journey.
It was a journey.
She should have just like not done it. The caving job.
You know what? Fuck caves.
Yeah.
I'm out.
What a shit job.
It seems
You have
like
to have a
fucking horrible
surgery to
job.
rearrange your organs.
Yeah.
And you can't shit or eat.
Can't shit or eat or
Oh.
drink. She just like
Did she just
drinks
like
for
unlock the
funsies.
tube and like out it goes?
And-
to poop?
Oh, I don't know.
Then she never went through how she poops. And
Yeah,
stuff.
I think
I know she has a catheter.
the suit takes care of the waste itself.
Oh, is she just doing in her own stuff?
It recycles it, turns it into food canisters. That'd be disgusting and kind of impressive.
Science.
Science rules. Thanks, Bill Nye. Yeah, so this book, I mean, it's cool. It takes place on the planet Cassandra 5, which is just a mining planet. So it's just got minerals on it. Everyone who
Exciting
lives
stuff.
there fucking just
Hates
works
their
there.
life.
Yeah. You're kind of poor. You're too poor to get off planet, but like to live, you basically have to mine, which is, we
Yeah.
know is just a horrible job altogether.
Yeah, especially when there's fucking tunnelers in there.
Yes.
Which
the danger
I thought that
of
was a person when I
I did
first started
too.
reading this.
So I like that it was like a mystery throughout the book. Like, what the fuck is a tunneler?
Big ol' oh my.
It's
That's what it
it's
is.
a big old
Oh,
worm,
boy.
big old worm
That's a
monster.
big boy.
Yeah, there's nothing else to offer. The people are scummy, which I guess makes sense. Like in
it's a
poor
scummy
areas,
place,
right?
Yeah.
So that kind of sucks. And you think like, I mean, obviously Gear wants to get off world.
Who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't? But she's looking for her mom,
Yep. Well, she shouldn't have
trying to
been.
get me mom.
Fuck that bitch.
Well, that was my thought.
Yeah.
Is like, but she's thinking like maybe she had a really good reason for leaving. No, they never have a
they
good
never
reason.
do.
They
They
just hate
left you,
you in their
girl.
life.
They left you, girl. If she had a
Sorry.
good reason, she'd come back for you.
100%. Like, oh, I've set up my life here. Or send a letter. Can you send letters between planets?
I don't know. Get on your computer, do some beep boop beep.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, boop.
They'll
Email,
figure it out.
click.
They're smart.
Yeah. Anywho, it is difficult to get off planet because people can't afford it. But that's why Gear takes this job because she's paying her like a shit ton, apparently.
Yeah.
It's enough to get her off world and then some.
6 pesos.
Yep, exactly 6. The economy of the future is just
Pesos.
appalling. Just appalling. So there's 2 characters, main characters. A couple come to light later, but yeah, it's just Gear and M. So Gear is the caver, M is the handler. They're roughly the same age, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it sounded like it. And so Gear has no caving experience, or she has caving experience,
not
like
like a legit-
on her own, but not
Yeah.
with a team and in a suit. So she kind of fakes her credentials.
Bad thing to fake,
Which
girl.
is, honestly,
Bad thing to fake.
Jesus. And so she gets like the fake feeding tube. Like she gets a doctor to surgically do the feeding rearrangement of her intestines.
Yeah.
And then to undo it just so it looks like, hey, I've worn the suit before. Girl, fuck that.
Oh, yeah. And she couldn't afford anesthetics and stuff.
Yeah,
for
so she
that.
just had to. Let's
Good
go.
Good for you.
Get in there.
Is it
Oh my
worth
God.
it?
Is it? How do you feel about that?
God,
Yeah, but she's a fucking beast.
yeah.
At the end of this
shit
book, the things she does,
I would have
she's-
just died.
She's an idiot,
Yeah.
but she's a beast.
The first thing that went wrong. She's like, well, I'm
100%.
going to jump off this cliff.
Yep,
Off
yep.
I go.
I guess I'm done now.
It's hard.
Go head first.
Bye.
Bye. M, we don't learn much about for quite a while.
Yeah, I like that about her.
I
Greer's
did
just like,
too.
Here's everything you need to know about me all at once.
All at
person I
once,
just
and she,
met.
she's so like
lesbians,
bold
honestly.
and yeah, they just they go right on in there.
Just mystery.
Yeah, M's got the mystery, which is
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
She's
yeah.
very just like solid, blunt, like I'm here, I'm your handler, I'm working, and that's it, right? It's very like factual. She doesn't know what she looks like at first, and she barely says anything,
No,
which is great.
because she don't. Oh, I mean, you find out later why. It's a good reason. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But so yeah, and the suit is fucking cool.
Yeah.
So it's got all these functions that we learn about, like more of throughout the book. Like when she goes into the first sump, it like whips out fins and shit and a little propeller. Like it's just neat.
Still wouldn't wear it.
Still wouldn't wear it. Yeah, that's true. So apparently there's supposed to be like full teams helping as handlers because obviously the caver needs to be watched 24/7 and other people need to sleep, obviously. But instead, M establishes that there is no team. It's just her.
Yeah.
That kind of scares Gear. She's like, what the fuck's
Shoulda
going on?
turned back.
Should have
There
turned
were
back.
red flags
That is a
right out of the
huge
gate.
red flag. And she knows that she's given up full body autonomy. That was in the contract. Again, there's the red flag. It's scary. And the suit is capable of administering the drugs on behalf of the handler, which is pretty cool.
In an amount that can kill you, there's a kill switch.
Yes, there is a kill switch, which you find out later, which is exciting. So I would have turned back. 100%.
Well, she did try to turn back initially pretty fast, but then
True.
M took control of her and she couldn't move.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. And yeah, so that's exciting. She also let her know that she's the one funding the whole expedition. The whole thing is on her. And then she finds out how young M is. And she's like, okay, what the fuck?
Something's going
Something's
wrong.
amiss. And the normal cave expeditions are to like map out mining for the cave afterwards. And you'd sell it to a mining company.
I mean, it seems like at this
Which
point
makes
in
sense.
the future where you can live on other planets, there should be a way to like scan the ground without sending humans in there, you know, in these
Probably.
horrible caves.
Probably. But I mean...
Again, just do some beep boop beep.
Beep boop. Yeah, that's
You'll
the future. Beep boop, 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 beep.
You'll figure it out.
Yep.
I'm a scientist.
And M already has caches everywhere. Like there's 6 camps, and she's got 6 caches at each, or 1 at each.
Which, she should have been asking how she got them there.
Right? Like, okay, you've clearly already been here. Do I really need to map things out? Right? But whatever. Anyway. And then Gear right away finds a dead caver at Camp 2. He failed the expedition 4 months prior, and he fell on one of his climbs and was crushed by a rock. She also fell, but she didn't get crushed by a rock in that same shaft. So lucky her.
What a shaft.
That could have been her.
Yeah.
And then she finds out the cache at Camp 4 is just gone. So no batteries, no food canisters, everything's just gone. And the last person to be down there, as far as M knew, was the camper or the caver who died at Camp 2.
Yeah. Curiouser and curiouser.
That was a fun twist.
Yeah.
I did enjoy that.
See, at this point, she could have left.
She should have left.
Around these-
Why
yeah.
is the cache missing? Someone's
Yeah.
down here. But I feel like she was also curious about who might be down there.
It's definitely her fault. Like, she blames a lot of it on M, but it's her own stubborn fucking curiosity, too.
That's true.
But, like, when
yeah.
they finally started talking and she had a very good way to leave this cave, and M was like, yep, you can leave
You can leave and I'll
want.
pay you.
She should have fucking taken
Yeah.
it, man.
But no.
Unbelievable.
I need to know what's going on. I thought maybe a tunneler took because I was still thinking that maybe tunnelers are people, but then M and Gear were talking about how tunnelers can't smell the food in the food canisters and that they wouldn't eat it anyway. So that was a nice
And, like, body heat.
body heat. Yeah. So that's cool. But then it finally comes to light that 35 cavers have attempted the same expedition and 27 died.
Yep.
27.
Pretty bad.
That's a pretty
bad
high
deaths.
percentage.
Not looking good.
I didn't calculate the percentage, but it's up there.
It's a bad one.
It's a bad one.
big one.
It's not good. It's more than 50.
Yep. Get on out of there.
M says that her team was the first. So she lies and says that her team was the
She's
first
full of
ones
lies,
down
this
there.
girl.
Yeah.
Full of lies.
Which is just beautiful. My team was the first one down there. There were 5 of us. I was the only survivor. That isn't true. And Gear learns that when she's like looking at all the notes from the expeditions and stuff. It was actually her mother and father, M's mother and father, that were down there first. And her father died. Her mother got out.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah. And that
was a cool.
I mean,
so she has little videos of what happened to him. That was sweet.
Yeah.
Because originally when they were mining, they were just going in like wetsuits. They didn't have these suits.
It seemed like they were just down there to fucking party.
They were just fucking around.
Just like, yeah, let's cave.
Because they didn't know there was these monstrous worms in there, the tunnelers. And one of them sensed them.
Yeah.
And, it did not go well for them.
So they all died in different ways. One got crushed by
Different
a rock.
horrible ways, yep.
2 died in the sump, like the really deadly sumps at Camp 6, right?
That I was stressed.
I know.
Swimming.
Every time she was in water.
Mentioned diving, I was like, nope.
Every time she was in water, I was like,
nope, no.
Here we go.
And they have currents.
Okay. Yeah. There's just, because this cave system is so big. And like, I love that there is a map at the beginning of this book.
Yeah.
That was very helpful. I kept like going back to the
get
map.
there, guys.
And it was great. There's a waterfall. And
it's the map.
Just shows everything.
Okay, memorize it.
And it's gone. You get one click. Yeah. one little boop.
Yeah, anything, currents, and when you get to that level in the ocean where the pressure is enough to like squish you like a pop can, the worst thing in the world.
No, thank you.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Even if you were offering $1 billion, I wouldn't go in this fucking cave. Nah.
Well, you're gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hundo %.
pretty much.
My ass climbing. I can't climb a flight of stairs.
I'm good, thank you.
My knees.
Knees. So basically, Em just wants people going down here to like give her father kind of like a funeral and those divers.
Stupid reason.
And see like how they died and all this
I would have huffed.
shit.
I mean, I understand.
That's what.
Yeah. Why she's so pissed.
She's infuriated.
It's unbelievable.
And that's the reason she knows so far. Anyway.
Although the real reason is stupid, too.
Yeah, it's also stupid. But she keeps saying Em's a monster. I don't know. Do you think Em's a monster?
I mean, it's very bad reasons. She's definitely cold. Mm-hmm. She is a person of childhood trauma, bit of a situation she was in. Like, I get where Em is coming from, but she should have gone down there herself.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think she was necessarily a monster, because a monster wouldn't give a shit about a funeral or anything.
It affected her.
And closure.
That's why she's so cold. That's why she's not talking or when she first starts this expedition, is because she's watched so many people die.
Exactly. So she doesn't want to. It's hard to feel personal towards people because you know that they might die.
What she is a traumatized rich girl.
Yes, who's an idiot.
Yeah, basically.
A very smart idiot.
Yeah.
She's definitely intelligent.
If she really wanted it, she should have gone down herself. Or just move the fuck. Both of these girls, just move the fuck on.
Move on.
That's the point of this
book.
Move
along,
just
ma'am.
Move on down.
So I do like that. The connection between these two girls is that they're both looking for their mother, which comes to light for Em later. Yeah. But we'll get to that. So Gear ends up watching the interviews with Em's mom, whose name is Isolde, after she escaped the cave because she was the only survivor. They heard the tunnelers' tremors every day, so that was it scared her.
Like
and
boop, 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 boop.
One guy killed himself.
Sick drum line.
Yeah, from pain meds. Her father died passing through the final sump. Someone died getting back through one of the other sumps, and then someone else was squished with the rocks.
That was the worst death. I guess I would take the pain medication, dude.
Yeah, he was just like, you know what? There's no way out for me. I'm done.
Yeah,
kill
the squish boy. That was
that's a rough. Yeah, it's a rough go. But at that point, Gear ends up. So she's been down there for a couple weeks now, right? Mm-hmm. She starts to see Isolde in the cave, and that becomes a common theme for her. And it seems like, is it too early for hallucinations? I don't think so. We'll get into the psychology of what happens when you're in isolation and stuff after, but
also she has never done this before as much as
for this amount of time,
and she knows what she's doing. Nah.
Like she's got experience climbing and minimal diving experience. She said she doesn't have much already.
And she's already under stress because of
tons
her
of stress.
handler, and she doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
Exactly.
And she gets drugged a few times.
Yep.
And then there are the spores that
oh my God.
have a bit of a
so when we get to Camp 5, that's a fun time.
Yeah, party at Camp 5.
But Em knows that Gear's getting like really pissed off, so she starts looking up her mom to try and find her for her, because she, as much as Gear knows, is that she went to a garden planet. Which is neat that the planets are like categorized. Like, this is a mining planet or a mineral planet. This is a garden planet. Yeah. So obviously she'd go there. And apparently she remarried with 3 kids. Yep. What a bitch.
Would have left the cave right there.
What a bitch. Okay. I'm going to go kill her now. Thank you.
Yeah.
Em says she'll pay her a prorated amount for the amount of time she's been down there. And she'll buy her a ticket off-world on top of that payment.
Yep.
And she informs her that she did still pay every surviving caver, and she paid all the families of the dead cavers.
Nice.
So why Gear didn't just like, bye?
Because she's a stubborn bitch. I think at this point she has seen M's face.
And she's
immediately like, ooh.
Well, she starts crushing on her. And my first thought when she does is like, is this Stockholm Syndrome? Because this person has you kind of like down here. You feel like you're trapped and it's their fault.
100%.
And then all of a sudden you're just like, damn, I kind of like you.
Yeah.
Like,
She's looking at that, girls.
Right?
It's not a healthy relationship.
I know, but it lasts.
Sure it does. It's going to blow up after she gets through her trauma.
Yeah, probably. I'm healthy now. What the fuck am I doing with you? Fuck. But she does learn that she can OD on morphine if she has no other way out, which, that's stellar.
That's fine.
Em's already abused the med's function, obviously. She woke her up with adrenaline, even though she could have just like given her a nice little soothing alarm.
She didn't even
like
try.
That was, I know, that was so dramatic. Like, here we go, let's do this. Fuck. And so she agrees never to do that again, which, doesn't last long.
Maybe she just slipped.
It's like, oops, adrenaline. that'd be quite a pickle. So through one of the sumps, which one was it? Sump 3? Gear gets pulled through a tunnel in one of the sumps. She loses her way, ends up in a lot of pain and screaming. So Em sedates her. Yep. And then she finds a tunneler's path to walk through. She keeps hallucinating. She sees like bugs and stuff. She hears
hearing people.
Em's humming. Begins to feel like she's being watched. And this is all after Camp 5.
Yeah.
So when she was at Camp 5, there were these beautiful luminescent like fungus
Don't touch that
spores.
Fungus.
And she was like, she like drank the water.
Yeah.
She recycled that water through her suit water. Oh my God. And she inhaled the spores because she was just stepping on them.
Yeah, because Em disappeared for a while. She's like, don't move forward without me, you dumb bitch.
Yeah.
And she moved forward.
Yeah, because she thought she saw a soul, and she was getting like freaked out.
This will be fine.
And then she started worrying like, shit, am I infected by something? And it turned out she was. And Em kind of fixed it by sedating her and waiting until it left her system.
Yes, yeah.
Which
she could have just told her out the bat. Like,
she didn't. It took so long for her to admit it to her.
Yeah.
Like, so when you go back to Camp 5. Don't do that.
Don't touch those spores.
Because guess what? They were actually really bad for you.
Yeah.
She's like, fuck, really?
And just like, be clear, man.
I know.
What is she going to do? She's stuck in this cave.
Yeah. But now she's stuck in a tunnel and she's freaking out. Yeah. She ends up losing comms with Em, which is exciting. That was a nice little turn because she's already losing her mind and now she can't talk to Em at all. Yeah. And then she thinks she sees Hanmei in the tunnel, which is the one who was crushed by a rock, right?
Yeah.
She does find a cache with one battery left in it.
Yeah, and she almost loses her battery. That was very stressful.
Her arm, like, as she's going to replace her battery, her arm just like twitches and smashes it on the ground.
And she's like,
oh fuck. And before that, which I was convinced that someone was fucking with her.
Yeah.
Because she said she opened a new comm line to see if Em was on that line or if that would reach out to her. And her thought was that someone was on that line and hacked into her suit.
Yeah, yeah.
Which obviously would have been like Fuck.
That's spooky.
Fuck. That's spooky. That's scary. Can you imagine you're just like on your computer and then this thing opens up and you're for some reason on a comm. Maybe it's like Discord or something or Skype where you were with your friends, but now like someone's calling you and you answer it and you're like, oh, you're in a cave right now.
That's dark web right there.
Yeah. I'm going to hack into you. Beep, boop, boop.
No. That's a bad beep, boop, boop.
That's a bad beep. When Em comes back, though, she tells her that something might have been downloaded, which is unfortunate. She still keeps seeing a soul. She's insane. She finds a taut rope leading down.
Taut
which is
fuck.
Yeah, that's a taut rope. Which is scary.
And she sees a face.
And she sees the face and then follows the face and there's a taut rope and she fucking cuts it like a maniac. Why would you just cut it? First of all, what if you need it for later? Second of all, what if someone was climbing it?
Yeah, she's fully lost it.
She cut it and was listening for a body dropping.
Like, okay, we're clear, folks.
I don't hear anyone dying.
It's
so
fine.
I guess it's okay. I mean, good for you.
Em's just in her house, cat, like calm. Yeah. She's probably in pajamas as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like, okay, weird.
You fucking weirdo. What are you doing? I would have gone down that rope, especially if I was losing my mind at this point. I would be like, I need to know where this goes. I mean, different types of crazy,
panic,
right?
Yeah.
And panic, sure, panic. When she's... she goes back to Camp 5, though. So she was at Camp 6, finally. She goes back to Camp 5. She's planning on leaving, and she finds that she didn't close the cache at Camp 5 properly, and all the batteries drowned.
Oopsie.
Oops. So she doesn't have enough battery life to, like, get to where she needs to go, but Em tries really hard to like map out a route for her, saying if you do this, we'll get to camp here and get battery.
And Greer makes horrible decisions.
She makes horrible decisions the whole way, which makes total sense because she's losing her fucking marbles. Yep. But there's an epic moment where she's about to lose battery power and Em like hacks into her suit and like crawls forward to the battery pack for her and puts it in for her. That was really cool.
Lesbian power, man.
That was such a like movie moment in my head. I was just like picturing it like robot moment. I don't know. It's just cool. And yeah. That was just neat.
Stressful. Excuse me, I have to administer a canister.
Administer. So Gear tries to justify continuing on because she doesn't want Em to keep doing this to other people. She's like, if I just go home, Em's always trapped down here and she's going to keep hiring people to do this. But if I can do this, maybe she'll stop. And then... So she's thinking it already, but then Em suggests, like, hey, you're already here, so if you just go through Camp 6 sump, you'll just, you'll get the remaining batteries.
Yeah, it should be noted that sump is the worst one where most people died.
That's where most people died.
It has insanely strong currents.
Because it's insane. Gear gets really pissed off by this and smashes a bunch of the remaining batteries. That is not smart.
Plan.
That is a terrible plan. Yeah. Horrible plan. And especially because she ends up going to the funeral chamber anyway.
Accidentally. Though. That's just because she while she was tripping out, she took her mask off, even though you should not do that. Because we know it draws the tunnelers. And guess what?
She drew the tunneler, and it caused a like cave in, and she fell.
Sucked in.
And
that was a really convenient sucking, though.
Yeah, so she was in the sump of going on her way to Camp 5, right? And then the rocks collapsed. It like bore a hole through sump 5. Under sump 5, she got sucked underneath and was at like Camp 6, or she was in the funeral chamber.
Maybe the worm was just trying to help all along.
Yep.
It's like, look, you want to get to this cavern?
Here we go. Let's do this.
Direct path.
Yep. Oh fuck! When she fell though, that was brutal.
Oh yeah.
That was after?
That was after.
That was after. Right. Okay. So before though, so she ends up in the funeral chamber, which great name.
Yeah.
Great name.
Because just bodies.
It's just bodies. So she's in the water. She sees all the preserved corpses, which is crazy because it's been 19 years, I think. And they're preserved, which is fucking scary.
Good water. Get that water.
Great water. Yeah. Well, what's in it?
Figure that water out.
What is this? It's not H2O. Can't be water.
I don't know. What they gotta do is get that beep, boop, beep, and analyze that shit.
Analyze my water, please. Beep, boop, boop.
Easy. Just log it in, press some shit. We'll get it.
That's definitely the...
That's how NASA operates.
I'm wearing my NASA shirt. I know
Just
for a
allow
fact.
beep, boop, beep,
This is
boop,
how NASA operates. That's the sound at the end of this episode.
Yeah.
Beep, boop, boop.
Beep, boop, boop.
Hear that, Brandon? Get going. just take this and move it over there. Oh, fuck. M bails immediately.
Yeah. Oh, I was so pissed this whole year. She's been killing these people to get to this point. She's like, I gotta go.
I don't like this anymore.
Unbelievable.
Because she sees all the bodies.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention. Fuck. So earlier though, Gear finds out that M's mom, Isolde, did come back to the cave.
Yeah. So she thinks she is alive.
Yeah, 9 years ago, and so she thinks maybe she is seeing her down there, but she knows, like, obviously there's no way she could have survived because, like, 9 years without, like, food and shit and sunlight.
Eat
Come on.
the fungus.
Oh, dear God. Those are some magic
There are
mushrooms.
worms in there. There's some, like, weird nocturnal fish.
You just start cutting apart a little tunnel.
Eat the worm, yeah.
I feel like it'd be really tough, like really, really hard. But fucking bails like a bitch.
Yeah, super bitch move.
Yeah, Gear decides to give them a funeral anyway, so she's just like collecting bodies and putting them like in a row.
Little burning.
Except she had to grab like the body parts of the crushed guy. Like, here are his legs. Oh, okay, that's nice.
Fucking rude.
Yeah, but I think Em made it back before the funeral, right?
Yeah.
So they did their little funeral. Whatever. That was nice.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then how did Gear end up leaving? Through the sump, right?
Yeah, because when that hole opened, all the water in the other one got drained, so she just had to climb back up with the rope that she had already attached, and then she could walk the rest of the way.
Oh, okay. But that's when a tunneler fucked shit up.
Yeah, because she took her mask off.
Yeah. And she was making noise, and apparently they don't like that.
They don't like that.
So it came near her. It came real fucking close. And she just like had a nice old tumble down.
What a tumble it was.
Holy shit, what a tumble.
Yeah.
That was fucking epic. And she like broke everything. Well, she broke a lot of things. Her like this bone, collarbone was like dislocated
her arm
and
was
shit.
broken to the point where she only had 4 hours left.
If she kept her arm. So she just like, she kept yelling at M, cut it off.
You gotta cut it
off. I don't want morphine. And she just kept
like,
saying,
yeah,
I don't
you
want
do.
morphine. And
Yeah,
she's just like, cut it off, cut it off. And she ended up, she cut it off herself, right?
She asked the suit too. She
found
did
the
some
thing in the seat.
Yeah,
Boop,
and
boop,
then,
boop.
And then, I can cut my arm off.
Yeah,
Boom.
and she fucking cut it off. Obviously blacked out.
Yeah.
Because what the fuck?
Yeah.
Your arm is gone now.
It hurts a lot, yeah.
Jesus Christ. Wakes up. Her arm's gone. The suit. How fucking cool. It like created a little bubble around where it cut it off and was like trying to keep it like preserved.
Her suit's probably just like, fuck.
Jesus Christ. No one's ever done this before.
Her tube where she eats got
dislodged.
ripped out. So
Ooh, yeah. So she's
not doing well.
She's got like 2 days, I think.
Yeah.
Em said, right? 2 days. And she said, if you can get to camp 3,
we'll come down there.
or no, camp 4 or 3, whatever, camp 4.
Yeah.
She said, if you can make it to camp 4, I will come with a team. We will rescue you. Please make it there. Here's the map. Here's how we're going to get you there, I think. And she like kind of tries to get there. While she's getting there, she yells at a tunneler again because
that
she's
was
insane.
The stupidest shit
Holy
I've ever
fuck.
seen.
But apparently the human voice is enough to kill one.
Yeah, no,
She
he
just
like
kept yelling at
fell down a hole. I don't know what happened there.
It hated the voice, the human voice.
Yeah.
And it like tried to attack her, but it can't move without
boy.
rock.
Yeah.
Like without climbing something. So it just like fell and died, and that's hilarious.
I guess. I mean, she was right there. She could have just crawled through a rock. She'd be in the cave she needed to be. She had to be dramatic, like, no, I'm not going to let this thing take me. And Em's like, you idiot.
Yes. Yes.
It's not coming near you anymore.
It's just leave it alone. But obviously she had lost her mind. She was completely delirious, but she does because she killed it, I guess. She got to Camp 4 and fucking blacked out again. Well, after. She did find that the cache was back and Eli's suit. So Eli was the caver from...
Before her.
Just before her, yeah.
I think it was 3 weeks ago or like 5 weeks.
Yeah, something like that.
Before she entered the cave.
And so his suit was stashed there. The cache was back. M's theory is that Eli didn't trust her so much that when things went awry in there, he just let it be that she thought he was dead. He stole cache 4, which would help him survive for 5 weeks. So it's been 5 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
So they assume he's probably dead by now.
Yeah, because he cut himself out of the suit.
Hypothermia.
Yeah, you're not a surgeon.
No.
And your body has been rearranged.
Yeah.
And
you can't eat now because your body's rearranged.
and there's tunnelers and it attracts body heat, and the cave always sits at like 7 degrees.
Yep.
So
good luck to you, sir. Now that you're naked.
It is possible that rope she cut, that was him climbing, and she
might have killed him. Yeah. Because whether you heard the fucking drop or not of the body.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He wouldn't have lasted, though.
I don't think so.
He's dead.
Yeah, but I think some of the times she saw faces, maybe some of them were him. At least one had to be him, right?
I just don't know how he would have survived for 5 weeks naked in a cold cave.
Well, no, he didn't. So with the cache at Camp 4, he had 5 weeks of battery life and food.
Oh, okay.
Right? So it was at the 5 week point. That's why he took the suit off. Because he had no more battery. So he had to take it off. Otherwise, because when the suit battery dies, you can't use it anymore. You're locked in, which is fucking terrifying. What a shitty design.
Yeah. Can you imagine you're in this cave, you're stressed, you're scared, and some naked frozen man runs at you? I don't know what I would do.
It'd be even more terrifying. But yeah, that's a good time for Gear to black out now.
Yep.
So she does. But she is hallucinating more, and she thinks she sees Isolde, Eli, and Hanmei? Or M? Was it Hanmei?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, she sees all three, and she's like thinks they're pulling her towards the long drop, and she's like ready to jump down because she's like, the cave wants me, the cave wants to keep me, it wants to keep all of us here. I'm gonna join them. And luckily, M finds her like right as she's like at the edge of the long drop, and she's like, okay, so we're here now.
Yeah,
we're saving you. Let's do this. She wakes up in the hospital. All is well. M's like interviewing her, I guess.
Yeah,
and
for records. Yeah.
For records. And M offers her the black box, which has all the logs on it saying like, you can sue me if you want.
She wouldn't
it's
have
up
won
to
that
you.
Case, though.
I don't think so. No. M's got a lot of money, probably really good lawyers.
And also on the tape, she's losing her
marbles, so. Yeah. Rightfully so. But then her and Gear end up agreeing to go off-world together to find her mom, right? And that's kind of cool because M developed this suit, right? This is M's suit. After all her trials, this is what she concocted. And
I never would have forgiven M.
I know, this is insane. That's why it feels like Stockholm Syndrome.
It is Stockholm Syndrome. She thinks that they've had this bonding experience and like she hates her, but she loves her. No. Yeah. Because you're so traumatized. You cut your own arm off. Give it a minute. Yeah. You'll see how fucked up
You'll see how much this sucks. I mean, it's the future, so there's probably some really good biotech.
Yeah, she's being fitted for a robot arm.
Yeah, which is kind of dope.
But like she's already saying like she can't go into caves anymore. She's afraid of the dark.
She's afraid of the dark.
She has nightmares.
Yeah, she already didn't like the diving portion before she went into the cave, and now she definitely really hates it.
Yeah, she's gonna have a tough go.
But a lot of people who have experienced Stockholm Syndrome, like it was obviously created or first coined in Stockholm.
You don't say.
Yeah. I think it was a bank robbery where they got Stockholm syndrome because they were held hostage for like a couple days.
Yeah.
But even after they were released and told what was going on, they still felt for the guy. They still liked him.
Yeah, Stockholm's, it's a hell of a thing.
It's a hell of a thing. They still wanted him to be okay.
Yep.
And it's fucking
the
fantastic.
The human brain, man.
So
it's
in this case,
such an asshole.
Yeah, if she had Stockholm syndrome, it would still make sense that she still wants to be with her.
Yeah, it makes sense.
She was obviously attracted to her, and
dumb.
it's dumb. Yeah.
I hope at some point,
it was a good addition to the book. It was hilarious.
Yeah. I hope at some point though she realizes like I'm gonna leave.
Yeah. I need to not be with you anymore because you remind me of the fucking cave.
That was a rough time.
I feel like that would just remind you of the goddamn cave and losing your goddamn arm the whole time.
But then again, it's two,
don't give me morphine.
Two
I don't want
damaged
morphine.
people, and it's like all they have.
Oh, that's true.
So they just live off their damage together.
100%.
Whatever, I guess.
Good for them.
They'll move in a week.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Well, they're moving off world together.
Guys.
Buy those plane tickets. Plane? Ship tickets.
Ship. Or teleport. I don't know. Yeah, we should nail that down.
It
Come
never
on,
said.
science.
It just said a ticket off world. Ooh. What if it was teleportation?
Beep, boop, beep.
Like a...
You're in another
I'm
planet.
picturing the scary teleportation though, like of the gate from Doom, where like the one guy went in and half his body went somewhere else.
That's not worth it. All right.
That's what our teleportation technology would be.
I mean, at
right?
first, sure.
Maybe for a long time. Who knows?
They'll work it out. They'll nail it down. They'll nail it down. It can't be that hard.
Or it creates a copy of you.
Oh, no. That's the last thing this world needs.
No, it'd be two worlds.
Oh.
Each world has a Lillian.
Oh, no.
Half of me
Each
is over
one
there.
is dumb.
Well, you get incrementally dumber the more you copy yourself.
Yeah, cool,
Right?
cool. That
That'd
won't
be-
take much.
No.
One copy, I'm already like, duh.
Elon Musk's the only one allowed to copy himself.
He sorted it out.
He'd be sorted.
Yeah, he's just not telling us.
Yeah. It's already done. He's already
Yeah.
been to Mars. That
Teleporting. He built the pyramids.
bastard. Yeah. Time travel. He built them single-handedly. Yeah. He's like, you know what? You guys take the day off. I got this. Rome was built in a day.
Yep.
Elon.
Musk.
So this book made me the whole time just considering like what happens. I mean, I've obviously read about what happens to the mind during isolation and times of sensory deprivation and stuff, but I wrote it down for our listeners.
So much.
So because she did essentially have sensory deprivation because it was so dark down there and M didn't talk to her for long periods of time. So prolonged sensory deprivation can lead to cognitive, behavioral, and perceptual alterations, including hallucinations, depression, and anxiety. Since the brain has no stimuli, it decides to create it. So that's why those tanks are so fun, because you get to like a really nice meditation and some
Are they
colorful.
Fun, though? Are they
I mean,
fun?
I haven't been in one, but
They
I hear
scare
good
me.
things.
They scare
Oh,
me.
me too. Like,
If you already have dark thoughts and anxiety problems, will you just go in there and like, fuck, I'm gonna die?
yeah. Well, I'm afraid of the dark, so I just be picturing monsters.
Soon
I guess.
spas are gonna be
Like,
selling this shit. You want to go in a cave?
You want to go in a
for 2
cave?
weeks?
Let's do this. You might die.
You'll have fun.
Yeah. It's more fun knowing that death is a possibility.
There's a mud bath in there.
There's a hot spring.
You gotta swim through a violent current to get to it.
The hot spring is the best part. It might burn you, though. Well, and socially isolated people, less able to deal with stressful situations. So that's great because she was only experiencing stressful situations. You're also more likely to feel depressed and have problems processing information, which can lead to difficulties with decision making and memory storage and recall, which makes a lot of sense for everything she felt. And increased levels of paranoia are also a symptom, which we got to see. And since she was in darkness the whole time, she disrupted her circadian rhythm, which can cause one to feel depressed and fatigued. So that's why she kept needing food canisters more frequently. I thought Caitlin Starling did a really good job
Yeah, she did her research.
implementing all this. Everything gear saw and felt.
Did you get trapped in a cage or a cave at any point?
Right? I mean, this is exactly what I would expect to happen to someone who was in a cave for 5 weeks. So that was dope.
Seems like you shouldn't have taken that as your first job. Shouldn't have lied.
Shouldn't have lied, girl. Maybe you should go down there. Maybe just try 1 week at a time next time.
Yeah. With a full proper team.
Full team, M. God.
Yeah, this is why they have the ability to drug you when you're down there.
Because you're going to lose your shit.
I did appreciate the mass amounts of anti-anxiety stuff she was getting put in her.
She kept offering it. She's like, I can give you anxiolytics or something.
Yeah. Ooh, if I had that, a computer I was attached to.
Hook it to my veins.
You're a little stressed. Here you go.
Here you go. Oh, thank you. Yay. And they must be ones that she can still function after.
Oh, yeah.
Taking,
I couldn't
right?
be like Ativan.
No,
just
God,
nap
no.
for 20 hours.
Are you kidding? Some people are fine when they take Ativan, though. I think they're just on so many meds.
Yeah, it depends what they're taking it for, too.
Because I feel like that was in Midsummer. She just popped an Ativan and she was good to go. That's
you get used to it too, I guess.
Fair enough. So she probably was. About Caitlin Starling. So she obviously does her research for her novels. This was her first one.
Ooh.
So she isn't. She doesn't have a second one yet, but I believe she's working on one.
Okay.
I think she's looking at more horror. I think that's what I read. Anyway, she lives near Portland, Oregon, and has an anthropology degree. The Luminous Dead was her first novel. She also works in narrative design for interactive theater and games and has been paid to design body parts.
Excuse me?
Yeah. So I looked into this, and I looked into her art installation regarding this, and it focuses on the future of body modification as fashion. Instead of like clothing, it looks at like the body mods.
That's fucking sick.
Right? Very cool. Because what would you put for future body mods? Because right now, the body mods people do are already pretty insane.
Ridiculous, yeah.
Right?
You can get like weird coffin lips.
Yeah, you can get your belly button removed. People remove their belly button and their nipples. You can get your eyeballs tattooed.
Yeah.
Which is terrifying.
Look, you do
that can make you blind.
Yeah, it's not a smart move, you know? Like, if you want to put, like, horns in your head, all right. But not your eyeballs.
Also, why don't you want a belly button?
And nipples. Nipples are weird. Have you seen a titty without nipples?
Without nipples? Yeah.
It's fucking... It ain't right. It's weird.
You're like a Barbie.
Yeah. You want that?
I mean, that's fine if you do, but okay. I wouldn't do it electively. If you've had a mastectomy, I mean, totally. Obviously, you don't have nipples, and that's totally understandable. But like doing it because you want to?
Yeah, but then there are tattoo artists that tattoo nipples on you because
people feel weird without them.
Yeah,
I'd feel totally fine without nipples, though. I don't know. What do they do?
Piercing.
Yeah, there we go.
What a waste.
What a waste.
$60 down the tube.
Down the tube. Hey, they were cheap. They were having a nice piercing day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. It was like a 2-for-1 or whatever.
I don't know. If I was doing a body mod, I'd get like wings or some shit.
Oh, shit.
I want dope legs.
That'd be... You won't find clothes to go around those wings.
I'll find... Nah, if science can make wings,
okay,
we'll have some sweet clothes.
If we're there, sure. But apparently... I heard from someone who had gotten like the belly button removal, and she didn't like go to a plastic surgeon or anything. She went to one of those pain is pleasure type tattoo places, and she was just on a tattoo table.
Guys.
No anesthetic. They just put the Benadine on her fucking skin and like removed her belly button.
Nope.
Like, are you kidding?
Nope.
Go to a professional.
Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? All right,
that same guy that tattooed me is now taking out my belly button.
Feel safe. What's her art? What's her body mods? I didn't even know that was a thing.
Very cool, right?
Damn.
Yeah. You need to see that girl.
I really like that in Kingsman when that girl, her legs were like knives.
Yes, swords. I loved that. And she was like running really fast and then like slicing people.
I could use that shit, please.
Yeah, no, that was cool.
I should bring that up with my surgeon. Like, look, you keep seeing me, just
print the picture and slide it over to him. So if we could just
something like this,
please. I'd like this. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just take them off. I don't need my knees.
They said, like, yeah, you could need a knee replacement when you're older. Well, then why did I do all this?
Right? God damn it.
Just replace them.
Just do it now.
Yeah. All right, whatever. They're smart. I assume they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. And they want to avoid the replacements,
Although
especially for young people, right?
It really seems like a breeze to recover from.
Oh,
Especially
really?
if you're young.
Oh, I mean, it would be easier younger than older.
Yeah,
That's for
so
sure.
I don't understand the
That's
thinking
true.
here. If they're going to go to shit anyways.
Fair enough.
I mean,
I don't know what to tell you. I'm not your doctor.
It would help if I was more active.
Maybe that's step one. I know it's winter, but you can still... Moving makes you warmer.
You know what else makes you warmer? Cocooning your body.
And alcohol. I'm washing down my gin and tonic with some coffee stout.
My pouch
It's really
is
good.
almost empty.
Yeah. I don't like gin and tonic that much, which
I
is
love
why
gin.
I have my stout.
Gin is like it's a very safe drink for the clubs and a night out.
That's true.
Because like the sugar is not that high, I don't think.
No,
and
it's
doesn't
not
upset
too
my
bad.
stomach.
Okay, that's good. I should have put lime in it. It would have been better with a little lime.
Oh, my pouch is gone.
Oh, the pouch is empty.
Thank
The
you,
food canister.
Squish Lock.
Empty. Thank you, Squish Lock. Purchased on Amazon. Apparently, you can put shampoo in them.
Cool.
I don't know. See, it says ounces, though. We can only travel with like 100 ml in our carry-on, right? So
Yeah. What is 8.5 ounces?
to mils? I don't know. BPA free.
Science! Oh, we can't microwave them.
I think that's fine. They would just like melt. And
Bummer.
Oh, what are weird body mods you've seen though? I've seen the eyeballs and the belly button.
I've seen the horns a lot.
Yep, the horns. People used to do donuts on their forehead
I've
for
seen
some
that.
reason.
There are people that like there's a guy that he wants to look like a lizard.
Yes.
So he tattooed his whole body. He
Oh,
has,
the
like,
tongue
horns and
splitting,
the tongue
too.
splitting, yeah, that's
That's terrifying. Because that I think they do with no anesthesia or anything too. They just do that at tattoo shops,
yeah.
like the weird tattoo shops, obviously.
There used to, for a while, there was that thing where you get your whole back pierced and then you put a ribbon
A
through
corset?
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sure,
There's
sure,
actually in
sure.
Richmond Hill, there's a shop that does a lot of suspension.
Huh.
So they
This
pierce
shop.
they pierce rings into you and then suspend you.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
Because
if
like
I just
they're
wanna-
temporary. Like the corset, I think that's all
Yeah.
temporary. You only get that done and then it lasts for like maybe a week or something and then you get them all removed. Because otherwise they're just gonna fucking tear out.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure. I mean, look, you do you. If that's your thing, all right.
It's totally not my thing. That's
But
fucking weird.
I just wish it doesn't feel safe, like just going to a tattoo shop for this shit.
I know.
That tattoo shops, like I'm sure they're clean and
For sure. We wouldn't be getting tattoos if we thought they were gross.
but like I don't know, that intense body mod, you should maybe
really
just go to like a doctor.
yeah.
I guess. But then doctors, there's
Expensive and
a lot they don't let you do. You can't get your tubes tied without your husband's permission, and you have to. If you're under 30 and unmarried, they won't do it.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, because they don't want to get sued.
Yeah. But if you are making the choice to tie your tubes, can't they just make you sign like it's not our fault if you change your mind in the future?
I think you
did
could
this?
still end up suing them. I don't know. They probably make you sign anything regardless. They just don't
happen.
want that responsibility.
There's
And a
this
lot of them
girl-
think like you're going to change your mind, so I'm not doing it.
There's this
right?
woman who had endo, and she was in pain a lot, and she tried to get them removed or something or tied. I don't know, she wanted because she had a lot of scar tissue, and they refused. So she had to go somewhere in America, and it was this whole thing.
Oh my god.
In a situation
what if you
like
freeze
that,
your eggs though?
yeah, I don't. Is
that not okay?
Seems fucking dumb. Just if I don't
'Cause,
want
like,
them, please.
Yeah, no, totally. Especially if you're going to be like, I'm going to freeze my eggs, now tie my tubes. Is that
I
not
didn't
okay?
consider that. Yeah, I should look into that because I don't want them. I don't want the kids. I'm almost 30. I know. Okay. I mean, realistically, 40. I'm not a person in stunning health, so my
I think
clock is ticking.
You'll know by
here.
the time you're 40 whether it's a go or a
Yeah.
no.
I don't want them. Like Jon Snow, I don't want it.
I don't want it.
Nope. I just see kids and I think, no. I mean,
I agree, but I still wouldn't get my tubes tied. Just in case.
I'd get them tied.
I'm a woman of many changing opinions. Not that I think I'd change this opinion.
I've never wanted kids.
No, me neither.
Never in my life. So I've also never been in love, but I don't think that's gonna. I don't know.
Oh, see, that might change things. You fall in love with a guy who wants children, and you just love him so much that you're like, man, I do want your babies.
Ugh.
It could happen.
Don't want it to happen.
Very good.
I'll just never fall in love for safety.
Wow, for safety.
I don't have the money. They're
Yeah, but
so
he might.
expensive. Okay, if he's rich, I guess. I guess.
There you go. If you could just be a housewife,
Yeah,
it's pretty dope, right?
I like my hobbies more than I like working.
Well, duh.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
What a shocking twist.
Shocking twist. I love my hobbies more than work.
Yeah, I could say. I can't cook for shit. I do like
You could
cleaning.
learn.
Yeah,
You could learn.
I'm getting better. I just you stay at home all day with a kid. It's like being in this fucking cave. That's the only person I talk to.
That's true.
She can say like one word. Jesus Christ. And then what if
Poopy.
they become an asshole? You know, like you hear about the mothers who defend their kids even though they're like sexually assaulting people, which is something
Then you'll
I
just
had
gotta
to
wonder,
deal with
is
recently.
it your fault?
I'm sorry, if my kid hurt anyone, I'd be like, you want to go get some ice cream, Timmy? And then I drive him to the fucking cops. I don't care if I gave birth to you. You lose.
No, that's true. I wouldn't.
You lose my love and respect if you're hurting women.
Oh,
people.
100%. Mostly women.
Mostly women.
Mostly women.
If you punch a dude in the face, all right.
Yeah, he probably deserved it.
Yeah.
If we learned anything, he probably deserved it. Well,
What a canister.
our food canisters are successful. We can't hook them up to our bodies.
It's so fun squishing.
but we get to squish them. And it's avocado chocolate. Yum.
Yummy, yum.
Yum.
I feel
'Cause
so healthy.
It's not much sugar. It's just like the sugar is maple syrup.
Oh.
I didn't put actual sugar because that's too sweet. You want to
Yeah, it's
taste like
good.
the rich cocoa-ness, right?
It's a good like lunch snack.
Yeah. Well, and these are supposed to be for like
Hiking.
bringing places. So I mean, get your avocado pudding, go hiking.
Yeah, we could be
Food
hiking
canister
right
that
now.
shit. Maybe we are. You can't see
we're
us. You're
hiking.
not on our YouTube.
We're hiking for sure. There's one thing I love to do. It's fucking hike.
There are some good hiking spots.
Oh, I guess.
And walking is nice.
I do like walking.
In the summer, obviously.
I prefer to do it alone.
The winter can suck a dick.
Yeah, fuck that.
You prefer to go walking alone?
Yeah. I know
kinda
it's
do, too.
dangerous, but like,
No, I kind of. I used like in the summer. I go for walks in the morning.
it's nice, peaceful.
It's peaceful.
I don't like having to talk. It's just like I'm not that fit, so I get tired easily.
So you
and
don't
then
want
I'm
to
like,
talk. Yeah, fair enough.
just leave me alone.
I use my walks to go like bunny hunting. Not hunting, but I like
You look
count.
at the bunny.
I count bunnies.
There's a bunny.
And
There's a
this
squish.
summer,
There's a squish.
I saw a bunny every time I went for a walk.
So many bunnies.
And then I think the most I saw in one day was 6.
Ooh.
And it was only like a 20-minute walk. I saw
I-
6
yeah.
bunnies. I was so
appreciate
happy.
my house because
It's a good way to start your day.
I live in like a woodsy ravine area, so I've seen bunnies. There are some raccoons, the little the skunks, which I stay safely away from.
They're at night though, so you're walking at nighttime.
No, I've seen them though. Like when I come home.
Oh,
Yeah. They're by my driveway. One time I had to stay in the little closed off area of my house just waiting for them
don't
to
spray me.
do your thing.
I won't touch you.
I can always hear the fucking raccoons at night in the summer screaming at each other.
Oh, really?
That's not how they sound, but
Well, the only animals, was it our planet or was it Planet Earth?
I think it's Planet Earth.
Planet Earth. They
Yeah.
showed Toronto and our animal was raccoons.
There's a fuck
Shocking.
ton of raccoons.
There are. Yeah.
Fuck ton of raccoons.
I was not surprised at all.
I don't mind them. I've never had a bad raccoon. They just they see me, see them, and then they're like, oh, and they run away.
Pretty much. Skunks do that too.
Yeah, I've
A skunk won't spray you unless you're an asshole dog and you're just like, hey, want to play?
When I come home at night and there's a skunk chilling on my lawn, I've walked don't.
Oh, for sure. You don't but they do. I've looked it up online and they give fair warning before. So dogs are.
Yeah.
Oh, those beautiful
dogs
souls.
Dogs are just like, oh, you're a friend.
You're a friend. Oh, we're playing now? Because, there's one skunk that actually, stands up on its front legs and does this weird, scary dance where it, fans all of its fur out.
Okay, yeah.
And it looks like a scary totem.
I would leave.
But it does all that before spraying you.
Yeah. If it's just sitting there, I'm not going to walk up to it.
Totally.
I saw one around it.
In Stouffville once under a bench, and it found someone left a whole slice of pizza, one of those really big pizza slices in the box.
Something happened.
They took 2 bites. Maybe something happened.
Did they get murdered?
I
would
it's
never
Stouffville.
leave pizza, a whole slice.
No,
of pizza?
I know. You spent $2 on that thing, but it was under the bench, and the skunk went up. Oh. Sniffed it and then grabbed the crust and just started dragging it away because it saw us and it was like, oh, I need to take this to my spot. And it just was it was the same size as the pizza slice.
Oh, that's good eating.
It was really cute.
He's going to feed his whole family.
Yeah, no kidding. And then he's going to get really gassy because it's pizza.
I like the skunks. They're
Me
cute.
too.
Oh, there's something else, but I don't know what it is. It's a furry thing.
A possum?
No, it doesn't have the white head. It looks like it could it's not a beaver, but it's a big fluffy thing. I don't know if it's it's not an otter. It kind of looks like an otter, but it's not an otter.
But it's not an otter?
No.
Because I've seen an otter. We had one in our backyard. It's a little one.
I don't know if it's a gopher or something. It's a little fluffy thing. It's cute.
Yeah, okay.
I like it. Go for it.
Go for it. So what's your book?
Oh, yeah.
For Space Month.
Mine is Across the Void by S.K. Vaughn. And it's got a really pretty cover.
It really does.
Yeah,
that's beautiful.
Ooh. Commander May Knox awakens by herself on a catastrophically damaged spacecraft, lost in the abyss between Earth and Jupiter. With the rest of her crew missing or dead and the situation fast deteriorating, she must rely on her wits, resolve, and courage if she hopes to ever return home. As May writes her course and repairs the ship, she faces obstacles, mechanical, mental, oh my god, and emotional. With no communications, sputtering engines and a failing hull, an already dire situation is set to spiral out of control. Meanwhile, back on Earth, her estranged husband refuses to give up on May despite their bitter separation prior to the mission. Working covertly within NASA, he discovers a conspiracy that threatens May's safe return. It seems that she's not alone aboard the Hawking 2 after all. Featuring a twisty and suspenseful plot, compelling characters, and a love story for the ages, Across the Void showcases the human heart's ability to overcome any obstacle and conquer any distance.
Oh, beautiful.
I could do without the love crap, but...
Sure. I mean, this one had some love in it, too.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
It kind of reminds me of that Passengers movie, but
yes.
Good.
But good, yes. Because fuck that movie.
Yeah.
You know, she did get very angry at him, though. And
not enough. I would have killed him. He killed her.
Okay, but you can't expect everyone to just kill the person. That would be really hard to do.
Yeah, but he took her life.
But she abandoned him after. She hated him so much. Rightfully so.
It should have lasted longer, that hate.
Yeah, I guess. But
he chose what her life is going to be for her.
Yes.
And she's stuck on this
She killed him.
planet.
I mean, he killed her.
He killed
100%.
her, yeah. And she's like, okay. I mean, I guess it's better than being alone on the ship, but...
Oh, no. Fuck him. I mean,
would've.
okay, well, isolation, we learn, makes
it's
you do
massive
crazy
Stockholm
things.
Syndrome, that movie. She should have taken his offer to go in that hibernation pod.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Why stay with him? There's a way out.
Exactly.
Yeah. I really think they should have made that movie a horror movie where, like, if
Yes.
he becomes, like, he's stalking her.
Yes.
He wakes her up and he hides himself. And she slowly realizes she's not alone on that ship. You fucked up.
Yeah. They should have made it like You, like have the same,
Yes.
where like they showcase him and he thinks he's doing all these things out of love and whatever.
Yeah.
But like, you know, it's just fucked up.
Yeah. Cool motive, still murder.
Yeah, still murder. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, they
Watch
really,
season 2.
They really
Watch
goofed it. Yeah,
They
I'm
did, yeah.
halfway too. It
You're
would've-
halfway through season 2.
halfway through, yeah.
Gotta finish it.
I know. I am just after the retreat. And
Okay.
Candace showed up.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool. Also, watch Dracula.
Yeah, I hear it.
Holy shit, it was awesome. I didn't even know it was coming out, and it just shows up on my homepage, and I'm like, hey, let's try watching this. It's a limited series. There's 3 episodes. Fuck, it was so good. It was so well made. The story was amazing. The main characters are fucking fantastic.
After You. That's my pick.
Excellent. Well worth it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, join us next time for Across the Void by
Across
SK
the
Vibe.
Void.
It is our space month.
Space.
We are traveling, and we are beep boop beeping out of this
Oh,
episode.
and we're traveling in February, too.
And
Look
we
at
are,
that.
yay! We'll show you pictures.
Batos.
It'll be less witchy than last time.
Yeah.
But
we just
still
need
fun.
the sun.
Yes,
Because
because this sucks. Yeah,
It's very sad here.
no kidding.
I hate it.
I hate it.
I hate winter. Fuck you.
We like Canada though.
Yeah, good country.
It's got good stuff going on.
It just sucks for several months.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Many
Like today.
months.
Is it summer? Is it
Is it
raining?
winter?
Is it snowing?
I don't even know.
What are you doing?
Yeah, ice apparently.
Oh,
Just ice.
that's my enemy.
It's slippery.
No. I just won't walk for 5 days. It's fine.
Yeah, no, I don't walk
Although,
anywhere in the winter. It's
If I
bullshit.
slip and horribly break my leg, it will bump me up on the surgery list. And they can fix me right away.
You can also sue whoever's property
I
you fall
sue
on.
this sidewalk.
The city.
Oh,
Yeah, because they didn't sell
I
the-
know someone who works for the city.
So you could go up against her.
Sue you. No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
She'd like fuck up and let you win just because
Nah.
they can't do that.
No.
I think you'd win.
I'd sue Richmond Hill, I guess.
Yeah.
Fuck you and your sidewalks. They probably get a lot of that this one. They're just like, Jesus Christ, just take this. Go away. What do you want?
Here's your settlement. God damn
it's
it.
winter. It's slippery.
Our healthcare's free. What more do you need?
I'm mad.
I'm angry. I had to take 3 days off work.
It was embarrassing.
No more embarrassing than a banana peel, though, right?
You know what? Fuck you.
It's like Mario Kart.
It hurt. It hurt. Okay.
It hurt your soul.
I went into a weird position. And it was not funny.
You gotta do yoga and then you'll be in weird positions all the time. Whoa. Cat yoga. Oh, all
fuck
right.
you.
Well, that's Lillian.
That's Chelsea.
And join us next time on that different planet.
Yeah.
Space station?
It's all in space.
Space station.
This one's in space.
All right, join us next time on our space voyage.
Bye.
Bye.
Sayonara. Beep, boop, beep.
Beep, boop, beep.